freak you out.
But I think we're in a car ad.
Don't be ridiculous.
I think that you should have it.
We're in a Franks.
Okay.
Mix FM News.
Getting you from crash back to flash in under 10 days. BBR Accident Repairs. Get their estimate tool at bbr.com.au.
Part of the Ace Radio Network. 88.9 and 93.7 Mix FM.
Melbourne, showers increasing, top of 23. It's 9 o'clock. Good morning. I'm Dennis O'Kane. A new report shows households across Victoria are having to deal with soaring gas and power bills, up almost $300 in the past year. The St Vincent de Paul Society report shows that competitive or market deals, which most families have, soared by 8% for electricity and around 7% for gas. Shadow Energy Minister David Davis says both the Energy Minister and the Premier are tone deaf when it comes to rising prices.
We're always hearing from Lily D'Ambrosio and by Jacinta Allen that we've got the lowest prices here and this and that. Well, the truth is the prices are going up and up and up.
The AFL is said to argue in court it did not have a duty of care to protect players from racist abuse. Here's Kira Parker.
Despite admitting players were exposed to and subjected to physical and verbal abuse from time to time, the league asserts it did not employ players and therefore is not responsible for their safety. The lawsuit is being spearheaded by former North Melbourne player Phil Cracker and Saints legend Nicky Winmar, seeking damages for racial abuse suffered by Indigenous players from opposition players and spectators between 1980 and 2025. The AFL says the risk of racist abuse occurring in the course of matches was comparable to the risk arising in other areas of life. The Herald Sun reports in a further shifting of blame, the AFL said from around 1988, security measures to ensure safety at games was the responsibility of ground managers. In Melbourne, Kiara Parker, 9 News.
Teachers and principals across Australia are being urged to help enforce the federal government's under-16 social media ban. The Education Minister has penned a letter to schools asking them to support the rollout of the restrictions. The world-leading legislation is due to come into force on the 10th of December. Jason Clare has told Today it's important educators are prepared for the change.
I want to make sure that we get as much information out to schools as possible, and that's why this week I'm writing to every school across the country with all the information they need about the delay in young people accessing social media.
Also this hour, Cyclone Fina is expected to hit Darwin later today. There are warnings the storm will intensify to a Category 3 by tomorrow. And the former wife of AC/DC's Bon Scott has died at the age of 75. Irene Thornton was married to the legendary rocker for 5 years during the 70s until they divorced in 1977. To finance the Dow Jones closing up, 493 points, $1 Australian buying, 64 US cents.
Mobiles, tablets, internet. Keeping families connected. The Phone Shop Hamilton and Portland. Your local Telstra partner.
Australia heading into day 2 of the first test on 9 for 123, trailing England by 49 runs in Perth. Rookie Jake Weatherall was out for a duck off his second ball in Test cricket. Earlier yesterday, England's batsmen were unable to cope with the pace of Mitchell Starc, who finished with career best figures of 7 for 58, and Starc telling Fox Cricket he wanted to step up in the absence of Pat Cummins and also Josh Hazlewood.
I guess a nice way to start a series. It's only one innings, but obviously there's been a lot made about the two boys being not here and being I guess me being the experienced one. So nice to lead that way.
Oscar Piastri has finished 14th fastest in practice 2 for the Las Vegas Formula One Grand Prix. And that's the latest.
There's more news online at mix889.com.au or follow the links on our Facebook page. Just search Mix889. Shop locally, scan the QR code and enter your details to win. 60kspintowin.com.au for entry locations near you. Mix FM, your official emergency broadcaster.
So if you're hitting the open road on your next outdoor adventure,
Across the Western District, 88.9 and 93.7 Mix FM weather.
On the station, giving you a chance to spin to win a share of 60k, go to 60kspintowin.com.au. Your 4-day forecast for Western Victoria. A cloudy one today with a high chance of showers in the late afternoon and evening. Tomorrow, partly cloudy with a top of 23. Monday, partly cloudy, possible shower and thunderstorm in the evening with a top of 27. And for Tuesday, partly cloudy and 25. Today, Hamilton expecting a top of 19, 16 for Portland and the coast.
Harvey Norman Hamilton, your local computer specialists.
It's 11 degrees.